Ask her what she's doing. Okay. If you want to know something, why not just ask? What are you doing? Yay! Sorry, I didn't see you there. Just tidying up a little. Yes, but isn't that Virginia's stuff? Yes. Why are you tidying up her things? Because she doesn't do it herself? She's making you be her maid? No! At this point, Virginia returns to our shared room. Hey, you guys, what's up? Why are you making poor Ellen into your slave? Huh? She's not! Just, what's going on here? I shake my head. I think I'm obviously confused about something. She saw me putting away some of your clothes. Oh, it was you who's been doing that? I'm sorry, I just hate messy rooms. No, it's my fault. I'm not very good at picking up after myself. Mom always does it for me at home. Oh my lord, Virginia. Still, I didn't think it was that bad yet. We've only been here a week. I hate having things out of place. It makes me feel nervous. I don't know if I can make things perfect all the time. We have to live together for a year without driving each other crazy. How can we make this work out? Virginia's gonna be messy no matter what we do, right? Like, even if Ellen teaches her, and Ellen's gonna pick it up no matter what we do. So Virginia should pay Ellen. Do you like cleaning? Nope. I was asking Ellen. I don't mind doing it. That's not what I asked. Do you enjoy it? Is it fun for you? Not really. It's just better than staying in a messy room. Okay, so how about this? We get a weekly spending allowance here, right? Why don't you pay Ellen a share to do your cleaning for you? Pay me? Well, she shouldn't expect you to do work for free. What if I want to keep my money? Then you could learn to clean for yourself, or find some other way to pay her. If you hate cleaning and you're used to having someone else pick up after you, it might make sense to keep things that way. Ellen's better at cleaning, so she can do it. But if she's helping you, she should get something in exchange. Then everyone's happy, right? Well, if it's okay with you, I guess. I'm not sure it's a perfect compromise, but it's hard to reach a perfect compromise between 3 different people. I'm awakened early on Saturday morning by a tap at the door and followed by a faint hissing sound. What's going on? I stumble out of bed to see 3 envelopes have been pushed under our door, each marked with one of our names. Hey, money's here. Each envelope contains $5, the weekly spending allowance for Iris Academy students. If it's our money, why can't they just give it to us all at once? I guess they don't trust us to not spend it all at once? And then run out and complain? Well, that might teach people to plan ahead. This still teaches people to plan ahead. If you want to buy something really cool, you've got to save up. But you're missing the important part. But you're missing the important part. It's Saturday, and that means a trip to the mall. I didn't think you were a shopaholic. I'm not. But it's great to get out and look at something other than the school for a while, isn't it? Yeah, oh boy, $5, but this game's, how old is this game? $5 meant a lot more when this game came out. $2012! Oh my god! This game came out when I graduated college. $5 still did mean a lot more back 12 years ago. No, but it meant more. And these kids are 16. Like they're fed, they have room and board, they have food, like they have a cafeteria and they get all of their meals there. Like they can't buy electronics. So, you know. I'm not, but it's great to get out and look at something other than the school for a while, isn't it? And also, they have ice cream and penny candy and also really big cinnamon cookies and we get the idea. Since I've been there before, I could show you guys around. What about studying? You have plenty of time for that during the week, right, Apple? Sure, I'd love to go to the mall with you. Great. Ellen? I guess it's okay. But you ought to have a good breakfast before you look at ice cream. Yes, Mother. Students are lining up outside the school, waiting for a free seat in one of the shuttle vans that travel between here and the local shopping center. Come on, we can ride together. Wait a minute. What is it? We're still in uniform. So? Won't people stare at us because we're all wearing capes? Nah. Just act natural. It's no big deal. But it's nowhere near Halloween. Since the teachers aren't saying anything, I suppose this is what we're supposed to do. The mall isn't very large or crowded. At least where I'm standing, witchers and wizards easily outnumber the shoppers in ordinary clothes, but no one reacts to the sight. I guess if students come here all the time, they get used to it? Okay. That place does coffee and pastries. They have fresh fruit, and that one does baked potatoes, and there's a gift shop. There's also a cafe. Are all of these stores magical? No, there's only one magic shop here. They sell wands and stuff. I'm going to get a chocolate croissant. What about you? Let's go to the arcade. There are only a few old-style video games with joysticks and buttons here. Most of the arcade is filled with racing games, dance pads, claw grabbers, and things that give out tickets for prizes, and a surprisingly large collection of pinball machines. Dance game. Most arcades I've been to only contain 1 or 2 pinball machines. Even this mall isn't very big. Even though this mall isn't very big, they've got a row of 6 games and 4 of them are being played already. There's a big guy in Iris Academy uniform racking up multi-balls on the end. Despite his impressive score, he keeps scowling. I keep my distance. That's Steve. You can kind of date him? He's the autistic-coded one in the game. Bouncing shiny things around into flashing lights is fun! Stress decreased by 5. On Sunday morning, I sleep in. There aren't many school activities today that I know of, and I haven't made any plans with anyone, so there's nothing else to do. Which just makes me realize I miss my family. I'm not used to being completely out of contact with them like this. There aren't even any phones in the dorms, so I can't call home. Where's my seat cushion? Okay, I found it. I think there are actually other reasons for it that we haven't discussed in the actual game yet. Dad promised he and Mom would write, but I haven't received anything. Maybe they were too busy on the first day, or mail was slow. I'm sure I'll hear from them soon. No phones, no computers, no television. It doesn't matter much during the week when I'm busy with classes, but on a day like today, it leaves me feeling restless. I think I'll go outside. It's a beautiful campus. I'm careful to stop when I want to admire something rather than keep on walking and risking another collision. But while flowers and the paved walkways are nice, what I'm really looking for is something a little more open. I follow the paths to the main buildings towards grassy fields. We could play games out here if we borrowed some balls from the gym. I wonder if Virginia was serious about starting a sports team. Hey, I think I see her up ahead. She's talking to someone I don't know. I could hurry to catch up. Mostly girls again this year, isn't it? Yeah, both of my roommates are. I paused mid-step. What is she talking about? Me and Ellen? That could be a problem eventually. Ellen and I both had wild magic. Is that the problem? Well, maybe more of us should drop out. The other way around would be more fun. Maybe for you it would. The wing girl just laughs. What on earth are they talking about? This is silly. Spies never hear anything nice. I have no idea what they're discussing, and I shouldn't try and figure it out. I'll only come up with crazy stuff. I'm just going to walk away. I want to confront them. At the end of the week, I get the chance to organize my thoughts and my belongings, as well as review the spells I've learned so far. We have learned nothing. Homesick. Oh! Blue magic class. Ellen told me how she always dreamed of becoming a witch, unlike me. I met an upperclassman named Damien. He looks like a demon, and apparently other people at school pick on him because of it. I can sort of relate to being an outsider here. Maybe we can be friends, but he said something was going to happen next week and wouldn't tell me about it. Virginia told me about the Witch Salem trials. Virginia is now paying Ellen to pick up after her because she's kind of lazy. I miss my family. I don't know any spells yet, so... Okay. Once again, we are called into the gymnasium first thing on Monday morning. Only this time, there are more people here. Is this the meeting of the whole school? What for? I asked Virginia if she knew what this was about, but she just grinned and said she couldn't tell me. Someone steps up to the podium, but it's not a teacher. Good morning, everyone. My name is William Danson, and I am your incoming senior class president. But for the next week, half of you will be calling me Sir William. Welcome to freshman initiation. A magical initiation ritual? Before we start, I am required to give you some safety information. Nothing that happens this week should cause you physical harm. If you are ordered to do something dangerous or that you know is wrong, please go to a teacher immediately. Now, all of you freshmen, please line up. One at a time, come up on the stage, announce your name and where you come from, and receive one of these initiation handbooks. Okay. Students dutifully shuffle along, announcing themselves one by one. I've already met some of them, but some names are new. Suki Sato, Jamal Mir, Pastel Rao, Luke and Logan Pfeiffer. And then it's my turn. I state my name. William hands me a book with a stapled together paper booklet, and inside are a bunch of rules and a list of members of the senior class, complete with black and white pictures and full names. According to this, we're required to memorize the names of all the seniors, and throughout the week we have to address them as sir or lady, whatever. And there's more. We have to memorize a silly poem and recite it on command. We must never show our backs to a senior. We must never be taller than a senior. We must always respond to requests with... Wait, William's at the podium again. No. As well as serving and honoring the entire senior class, each one of you will become the property of a particular senior. Your senior is your master, your best friend, your worst nightmare, and your only protection from the rest of us. Stand and wait while we choose. He steps away from the podium while freshmen look around at each other nervously. The seniors are starting to move around the room, poking and prodding and calling out orders. You're taller than me, freshman! Get down on the ground! Don't turn away from me, freshman! I see your back! Elle and I end up kneeling back to back and watching as the sharks circle. You. I look up to see Damien standing over me. Of course, he's an upperclassman, and this is what he was saying would happen next week. Apple pie, I think you should be mine. Okay. Stand up. But then I might be taller. It's all right. You're with me. You don't have to worry about the rules if I'm with you. Only what I say matters. Here, take my hand. I'll help you up. I'm gonna piss off Damien a little bit. I don't need his help. I climb to my feet and brush off my knees. So what should we? I said, take my hand. What? Down on the ground, freshman. He raises his hand angrily. My knees buckle almost on instinct. There's a good girl. You've got to understand, Apple. There are rules to this game. You have to follow them. And so do I. I don't want you to get in trouble, so just do as I say. All right? All right. Good. Now, take my hand. With Damien's help, I climb to my feet. Come on. I'll walk you to the door. You only need to stay by me until you're out of sight of the other seniors. And then you can plan the rest of your week in peace. What happens for the rest of the week? More of the same, mostly. They'll boss you around when they see you and make you say embarrassing things. Then on Friday, everyone hugs and makes up. Don't let it distract you too much from your studies. You need to learn if you're going to keep up. I'd suggest studying blue magic this week. Is that in order, sir? Just a suggestion. When I give an order, you'll know. I'll turn up later to give you some instructions later in the week. I wouldn't be doing my job properly if I didn't give you at least a little bit of a hard time. He grins and brushes the back of his hand against my cheek. Good luck, Apple. Damien is such a red flag. Damien is the red flag. With a wave, he leaves me on my own. So, what should I do this week? Zed. They, them. Or Fae-Fair. For me. The character in the game is she. But I'm still me. And it gets complicated if we don't agree with Damien. And we lose some of the fun scenes later. But, yeah. So, I'm gonna sleep this day so we don't have too much stress. Wait. 11. Oh, hold on. 9. Okay. No. It's nice if you, like, correct yourself instead of letting me correct you. If you notice. That way I know you noticed. Uh-oh. This is one of his classes. Get your seats. Hurry up. No chatter. I was faster. Fair. In this class, carelessness might cost you your fingers. He wouldn't really cut off his students' fingers, would he? Here you will be learning the seductive art of red magic, the power and control of energy. With this power, you might summon a breeze, light a fire, call a distant object to hand. I was fairster? I say it is seductive not because of the power itself, but because simple minds prefer simple solutions. Blast your enemies apart with lightning, tear the buildings apart with earthquakes, let the world around you burn. Fall victim to such vulgar fantasies, and you leave yourself vulnerable to those capable of creative thought. There are many approaches that direct force cannot defend against. He snaps his fingers in the air. One inattentive moment, and you lose control of the forces that you have summoned. After that, you will only be remembered as an unpleasant stain upon the walls. He rubs his hands together and gives a nasty smile. Now, for your lessons. I'm walking back to my room when I hear someone yelling up ahead. Lower, freshman! Yes, Lady Angela? Ellen bends her knees, but the older girl follows suit. You're still too tall. Lower! Poor Ellen tries to make herself even smaller. That son of senior notices me, she'll just end up yelling at me too. I can't make her stop, but I feel like I ought to do something. Hey, leave her alone. Is she yours? She's a horse, and this is our hall. You go on now. Whatever. Sorry about that, kids. They'll ought to be safe in their dorms and classes so they can get their schoolwork done. I know I'm not your senior, but if you really need help dealing with the others, just let me know. Thanks. The older girl nods and goes back to her room, and I come out of hiding. Are you okay? What? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything is so fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't I look fine? Really? I follow Ellen into our room. Hey guys. How's initiation so far? I'm not sure what the point is. It's a bonding experience. How else would you know that you'd grown up and become a real witch? By casting spells? Whatever. So, who'd you guys get for your seniors? I got Balthazar Brundrick. Brundrick. He likes plants. He really likes plants. I think he's got moss growing on him. Your brother, William. Oh, that's great. He'll be good to you. What about you, Apple? Damian Ramsey. Oh, no. What do you mean, oh, no? He's evil. What? I met him last week. He didn't seem so bad. Look at him. He's a demon. Are there actual evil demons, like in stories? Probably. There are a lot of creatures in the other world. What's the other world? Anywhere that's not Earth. Ask one of the professors. They can explain it better. But if he's only probably a demon... Well, look, he's obviously not full human, right? He's not a wild seed like you. But when he first turned up at the school, when William was a freshman, nobody had ever heard of him before. So if he's from a magical family, how come nobody knows them? All magical families know each other? Well, it's not like everybody knows everybody, but everybody knows somebody if you go far enough back. But most of the people in our year born magical, I've met sometime, even if I don't know them that well. Or my dad knows their aunt, or somebody knows somebody who does. Like that winged girl, Pastel. Yeah, her dad was a sylph. See? Everybody knows about her and her mother, but nobody knew about that guy. And he's blue. How is that possible? Also, William doesn't like him, so I don't like him. It all sounds vaguely mysterious, but there's no proof that there's anything evil about Damian. Well, as long as he's nice to you, it's all right, right? Yeah, I guess. Oops. I'm hurrying across the campus first thing in the morning when I spot Damian leaning against a wall. Well, hello there, Apple. Sorry, I can't talk right now. What's the matter? Big Steve said I had to get him coffee. Right now! Well, he sort of growled it, really. Huh? Who do you belong to? Me or Big Steve? Well, you, but... Then I think you have time to talk. Don't worry. I won't bite. Yet. It's just that I've been... thinking about you. As your senior, I'm supposed to give you commands so you can demonstrate your obedience. I have to make you do things you wouldn't want to do, but I don't want to do anything that would hurt or upset you in front of people. Oh, well, thanks. So I thought of something else. Something you could do that no one else would have to know about. Our little secret. Like... I want you to write me a love letter. What? An extremely romantic love letter. I want you to proclaim your undying passion in words with hearts and flowers and sealed with a kiss. See? You're embarrassed. That makes it a good challenge for your initiation. And a good souvenir for me, too. I always wanted someone to write me a love letter. So, you'll do it, right, freshman? I'll do it. Good girl. Hand it to me by midnight and your task is complete. Then make sure it's juicy. You'd better hurry and get Steve's coffee now. Right. We had our separate ways. I'm sitting at my desk, staring blankly at a piece of paper and tapping my pencil absently. Could you stop that? It's a slightly annoying sound. Sorry. I've let my hands on the desk's surface and try and keep from fidgeting and sigh. Are you doing homework? No, I'm trying to write a stupid love letter. A love letter? Not a real one. It's for initiation. I'm supposed to write a really romantic love letter. But I have no idea what to say. Oh. Maybe you could just quote Shakespeare. Sonnets are romantic. I don't think that counts as writing. Sorry, I was never really good at creative writing. Oh, I have an idea. You don't have to copy a famous poem exactly, but they can still give you suggestions. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and temperate, so compare him to something unusual. What can I compare Damien to? Honestly, butter is always a good choice, but the teeth are like knives is so good. Hold on, wait, let me remember what the... So, the steel of a knife is not as sharp and strong as your teeth? Butter. I think of butter when I think of your voice because it's warm and soft and it goes all melty. That's sweet. Good start. If you were butter on a table with a basket, lots of people would want to take bits of you, but I want to keep all the butter for myself because it's delicious. Butter gets all over my fingers and makes them slippery, and when I lick them... I'm not sure how to finish that sentence. I think you've said enough already! Are you sure? Well, I suppose you could finish it up with I'm thinking of you? Okay. I look at what I've written and frown. I don't think I have good love letter handwriting, though. And I don't have any cutesy stationery. I do. I could copy it over for you if you want. Really? Thanks. I give her my scribbled version and she produces a small pink pad of paper, a small pad of pink paper decorated with flowers. It's supposed to be sealed with a kiss. Do you think he'll know if I don't? I don't know. There might be a spell for it. I guess I have to then. Ellen copies my love letter and I fold it up carefully and kiss the center of the folded paper. I do not want a paperclip cut on my lip. Now I can deliver this thing and forget about it. All of a sudden, in the middle of class, a boy stands up, climbs onto his chair, and begins to speak. "'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble." Gyre? Gimble? If it's gyre, is it gimble or is it gyre and gimble? Is it actually gyre and I only say gyre because I know gyre? 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wade. Mr. Pfeiffer? All mimsy were borogoves and mome rats outgrabe. Mr. Pfeiffer, that will be enough, thank you. You've fulfilled your task. Here, let me help you down. Luke looks confused and takes the professor's hand to hop down on the ground and sit back in his seat. My starlings, seniors do not override the professors, and initiation does not override school rules. If someone orders you to do something in class, ignore them. The excuse of initiation will not get you out of being punished. So, I get detention now? Oh no, I love that poem. You'll just have to finish reciting it for me after class. I'm so excited. Y'all, you ready? When the professor arrives for class, we're all waiting quietly in our seats. He proceeds to walk to the front of the class, looks down at his desk, and frowns. He picks up a folded piece of pink paper, holding it pinched between thumb and forefinger, as if it were a particularly unpleasant bit of soiled laundry. Unfolding it gingerly, he begins to read it aloud. I think of butter when I think of your voice, because it's all warm and soft and it goes all melty. Oh no! There are a few giggles, quickly smothered by as his gaze sweeps the classroom. Would the author of this little missive care to identify him or herself? If I keep quiet, Ellen gets in trouble. With a gulp, I stand up. It's mine, sir. Ah, Miss Pye. And do you expect me to be flattered by your childish affections? What? Wait, no, it's not to you. 10 demerits in detention this Saturday. But I didn't. Silence! In the interest of avoiding further disruption of today's class, I think it's best that you leave the classroom now. Perhaps by tomorrow, you will have time to think about your actions. But I didn't do this! There's no point. He won't listen. All I can do is slink out of the classroom in shame. It's not fair. It doesn't make any sense. How did that leather possibly get here? I gave it to Damien. I stomp through the halls, driven by fires of righteous fury. Even the seniors I pass on my way don't dare challenge me. Falcon Hall, home of the pretty boys. He must be around here somewhere. Damien! Is my favorite freshman looking for me? I jab my finger into his chest. You gave my love letter to Professor Grabby. You humiliated me in front of the entire class, and now I've got detention! Oh no. Apple, I'm so sorry. I thought you were supposed to be my senior, my friend! Oh, sweet girl. He sighs. This is all my fault. Of course it's your fault. You did it. That's not what happened. I was telling some of the guys how I'd made my freshmen write this love letter for me. I was showing off. They thought it was funny, the very idea of a girl writing a love letter to someone like me. When I was at class yesterday, someone broke into my room and stole the letter. Oh. I thought they were only going to use it to tease me. I never imagined you would be hurt. I'll go to Professor Grabby. I'll explain that I made you write the letter. If someone gets detention for this, it should be me. No, you don't have to do that. This wasn't your fault. If someone gets detention, it ought to be the bully who stole the letter from you in the first place. You're such a sweetheart. Don't you see? I'm your senior. You belong to me. I have to protect you. I made you write the letter, so it's my fault more than yours. I have to take responsibility. You would do the same for me. Damien is such a red flag, my dude! Well, alright then. But I wouldn't blame you if it doesn't work. Professor Grabby doesn't listen to reason. He'll listen to me. Now, do I get a hug? Okay. I reach out and give him a squeeze. Cautiously, but that seems enough to make him happy. You're a good guy, Damien.
I do my best.
We're being gaslighted so hard right now. It's not until after I wake up on Friday that I realize something very important which should have occurred to me before now. Virginia! Sit up! Virginia! Wake up! It's Friday the 13th! So? Are there any special rituals we need to do or not do to protect us from magical bad luck?
Oh, no. Friday the 13th is a good luck when you're a witch.
Oh.
So it's a good omen that our initiation finishes today. Now let me finish sleeping. She pulls the covers over her head.
Well, I'm already wide awake, so I may as well make an early day of it. As I'm walking through the hall, I hear the sound of familiar footsteps. Great, so much for this being a lucky day.
Good morning, Miss Pye.
Good morning, sir.
I believe I owe you something of an apology.
An apology?
I did not give you a chance to explain your actions because I believed I already knew the reason behind them. You may not be aware, Miss Pye, but it is considered a traditional initiation prank taught a freshman to proclaim their love for me. The very thought of which fills them with horror.
I see.
Since it was not your intent to disrupt my lesson, I will cancel your detention and return the 10 merits I took from you. And another 10 for having the courage to admit that you had written the letter. And an apology for the lesson you missed out on.
Thank you, sir.
Please do not feel that this makes us friends, Miss Pye. It is simply a matter of redressing the balance.
Yes, sir. I'll be your friend. I learned a new spell. After the day's activities, we're all called out together to the gym again. Just freshmen at first, standing together in a confused herd and whispering about the crazy tasks we've done this week. I can't remember what really happens or if we ever find out, but I also don't think Damien's letter got stolen. I'm almost relatively 100% certain that man put it there. Or had someone put it there. I don't trust him. I know too much about Damien to trust him. I'll do a Damien playthrough, but y'all have to pay me to do that shit. Can you romance Damien in the second game? Hold on. I think you can romance Damien in the second game. Oh crap, you can! Okay. Then we hear the sound of heavy bootsteps marching in union. Bow down, look up, you're too tall, don't turn your back to me, lower, lower! After a few minutes, we're all lying on our backs on the floor. And that's when William takes the stage.
Welcome, freshmen. It's time for the final phase of your initiation. Corina will be passing out the blindfolds. Please put them on.
A long-haired girl from Snake Hall tiptoes around the room, delicately placing a strip of dark fabric in the hands of each freshman. Blindfolded? What are they planning on doing with us? Well, everyone else is doing it. Okay, now I can't see and I have no idea what's going on. I hear people moving around, whispering, one or two giggles. I wait. Eventually I hear his hand on my shoulder. Sit up.
Carefully. Now on your feet.
I stand up with hands under my elbows, steadying me. Then one of those hands pushes me. Hey! Round and round and round she goes! Where she stops, nobody knows! I feel myself being spun around, passed from hand to hand. Stop! They hold me in place, swaying.
For your own safety, do exactly as I tell you. Walk forward. Slowly.
That voice sounds familiar. Whatever, I'll play along. I'm not sure who that is, by the way. It might be Damien, it might be William, who knows. I follow the instructions of the voices and try to guess where I'm going. Through the buildings, out a door, across the grounds. Step up. Up? Careful now, don't hit your head. I feel a hand on the top of my head, guiding me into a van?
Sit down. I'll strap you in.
I hear other people being guided into the remaining seats. Okay, we're going to a drive. To the mall? To a cave? To a hotel? To a secret underground temple! At last, we arrive and are carefully ushered out of the cars.
Surprise!
What?
Initiation is over. Now it's time for the party.
Groups of students lounge around by the lakeside. Seniors and freshmen mingle freely. Long tables groan under watermelons, punch bowls, and chafing dishes.
There's soda, barbecue, and games, and presents from the seniors to their freshmen.
You bought me a present?
Actually, we were supposed to make them, but I've never been good at that sort of thing. So, here.
He hands me a small box. Inside I find butter?
And you don't have to share it with anyone.
I giggle. He smiles at me and seems so perfectly happy that I can't imagine anyone would ever think of him as an evil demon.
Come on, let's go join the party. It's just getting started.
Alright. Everyone's here. This would be a good chance to get my roommates to meet Damien and see that he's not a bad guy. But if that backfired, they said something mean to him, it could spoil the party. What should I do? Games like these? You'll have to specify. Do you mean visual novels? Because, like, I've always been into visual novels, so I know quite a few companies, like, indie companies that make them. I don't know if Hanako makes games still. I really hope she does, because I would love another Magical Diary. I would kickstart that so hard. Hanako, if you're watching, please make a third one, a fourth one, a fifth one, a 16th one. I want to romance other characters in this game other than Damien! Let's meet Brundrick. Oh, you should meet one of my roommates.
Are you sure?
They're nice. You'll like them. I hope. I spot Virginia in the crowd. Actually, I spot her senior, who's pretty hard to miss, and then Virginia beside him. And I lead Damien in their direction. Virginia's a born witch. She's really helpful, telling me and Ellen things about school and traditions and stuff.
Right through my begonias, but if you take some tea and some rancid yak butter.
Hello, Apple! She grabs my hand. Isn't this a great party? And then she notices Damien. Oh, you're a senior. Ah. Virginia, this is Damien. Damien, my roommate Virginia.
William's sister.
That's right. And, I assume you guys already know each other.
Balthazar. Damien. Good week. It's alright.
Balthazar was just telling me about his begonias. Why don't you two talk about that while Apple and I go get some food? But you know how much I love dessert! That's true. Come on. She tugs me away from the guys towards the refreshment table. I thought I'd never get away. That wasn't very nice. I wanted you and Damien to make friends. If he keeps Balthazar occupied so I don't have to hear anything more about gardening today, I'll owe him a favor. I'll even give him cookies. I suppose. Do you know what he gave me as present? Mushroom spores! That's kind of cool, Virginia. You can't necessarily make dessert out of mushroom spores, but you could make some pretty delicious food. Well, you could use them to grow a snack. I hate mushrooms. Virginia, I hate you. No, I don't. More for me, I guess. Come on, there's food and games and we can even go swimming. Let's have some fun. Money! My parents finally wrote me. I open up the lever, intending to skim through it quickly, but it turns out there's not much to skim through. They send their love and hope I'm having fun at boarding school. That's it. No mention of what I've been doing, no questions about the friends I've made, not even any questions about magic. How could they not ask about magic? Before I got here, I had no idea that was what was possible. There was only a brief moment of magic when I was 13 before officials came to turn off the power I had been given and give me the choice. For 3 years, I've had to wait and wonder. And now I'm finally starting to discover this entire world of possibility, and they don't even ask? Maybe they don't want to bother me in case I'm busy, or they'll figure I'll tell them what I want to tell them. I still haven't written. I'm so bad. I will write them a letter. Tomorrow, really. But for today, I have to decide whether or not to go out or not. Let's study. This is a nice song to take a quick break to. Heck yeah, I love mushrooms. Me too. Alright, y'all, let's take a quick break, get up, stretch,